A derogatory email spreads through the Capitol. The long arm of the law nabs 2 more OU football players, and world cultures celebrate their diversity. OU Nightly starts now. A staffer at the Oklahoma House of Representatives is in hot water tonight after sending a derogatory email about visiting LGBTQ students.
The email was sent by House staffer Karen Kipchen, who oversees the high school PAGE program. It warned about problems she apparently thought would arise from a group of Tulsa LGBTQ students. The students gathered at the Capitol to lobby for HIV awareness and education funding. Kipchen's mass email said, "There are cross-dressers in the building." Speaker Charles McCall's office quickly responded, saying that the message was not approved by McCall or any of his immediate staff. The incident involving Kipchen is currently being investigated. The students were brought to the Capitol by the group Oklahomans for Equality. The executive director told us the email is shocking, surprising, and infuriating. Cross-dressing is considered a slang derogatory term to describe some people in the LGBTQ community.
A bill allowing out-of-state health insurance carriers to sell plans in Oklahoma is being heard in committee next week. State Representative Lewis Moore introduced House Bill 47-8 and said his measure would give Oklahoma residents a chance to buy less expensive insurance. Opponents argue out-of-state insurance providers won't be required to cover certain conditions and treatments like immunization and birth defects. Well, Joseph, it's so sunny and warm outside. I took the top off of my Jeep and just let my hair fly around in the wind. It was
great. Oh my goodness, you're right. Not a cloud in the sky this
Right.
weekend. Today, Grant, are there clear skies ahead?
Yeah, it was a beautiful day out there today. Clear skies ahead for most of the week. We'll get into that in Maine weather, but right now a few showers and thunderstorms moving their way through southeastern Oklahoma right now. A few of those were severe earlier today, even a severe thunderstorm watch down there as well. Across the state though, temperatures in the 70s. 72 is what we're at in Norman right now. That's our high for today. A degree cooler up in Oklahoma City at 71. And this warmth really spreads across all of the eastern half of the country. 75 is what they're at in Boston right now. Earlier today they were warmer than Phoenix, Arizona. So we'll start to see some more warmth move into here later this week as well. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Grant. The Alton Nolan case involving the vicious attack of a co-worker is expected to come to a close tomorrow if Nolan decides to make his hearing. Last time Nolan was in the courtroom, officers were forced to restrain him. Nolan was offered to participate in the proceedings via video, but he declined. The Cleveland County District Attorney told reporters there will be 8 to 10 witnesses, including survivor Tracy Johnson. OU Nightly will be there following the story live. Be sure to follow us on Twitter for the latest updates.
And just when everyone is starting to move past the Baker Mayfield incident in Fayetteville, the football team is struck with more off-the-field problems. We now go to Reagan Ledbetter with more details. Reagan?
Yeah, guys, Saturday the Sooners held their annual spring game, but the celebration afterwards landed 2 players behind bars. Highly touted Prep star quarterback Chris Robinson made his debut on Saturday, but found himself busted for public intoxication and was booked early Sunday morning. 2 hours later, police also booked walk-on junior defensive back Ronnie LaRue for the same offense. Later that morning, Robinson made bond at $357 and was released. This adds to the list of players who have had legal issues in the last couple of months. Baker Mayfield's public intoxication and former Sooner Parrish Cobb, a suspect in a Waco armed robbery. An OU spokesperson said they are aware of the situations and they will be addressed internally. All information I have right now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Reagan. President Trump's wish list for the federal budget calls for cutting the Community Development Block Grant. And as Nate Fain reports, that block grant makes a big difference in Norman.
Every year, Norman receives around $800,000 from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, and every year a committee of citizens decides what to do with that money. Lisa Craig, who manages the grant, says about 60% of that funding goes toward public housing and housing rehabilitation, and a loss in funding could put an end to new projects.
The impact on Norman would be that there would be no housing rehabilitation programs for persons that are of low and moderate income. Any small neighborhood projects that we would do would not be done. It would be quite a change for how business is done here.
The funding from that block grant goes to help build places like this one here at Tuscany Court, and residents here are worried that a loss in funding could mean more losses for people like them. Tuscany Court is a 16-apartment complex that provides homes for low-income Normanites. Sandra has been living here for a year and doesn't think single mothers with grandchildren like herself could get by without these projects.
Oh, we'd be lost. They'd be lost. Other people out there would be lost. I mean, you don't want no one on the streets, you know. We need people, we need help like this for people to help each other.
The Norman Housing Authority says that finished developments like Tuscany Court are sustainable without the block grant, but any new projects would not be. Nate Fain, OU Nightly.
President Trump's budget is merely the start of a long legislative grind that will play out until the new fiscal year begins in October.
We now go to Abby Green in the News Center with the latest on a deadly shooting at a California elementary school. Abby?
A suspected murder-suicide at North Park Elementary in San Bernardino today left 2 adults dead and 2 students in critical condition. The gunfire took place around 10:30 this morning, and students were immediately evacuated to Cal State San Bernardino's physical education building. San Bernardino is known for high crime rates, including homicides and bankruptcy. Neil Gorsuch was sworn in this morning as the 113th Supreme Court Justice. Gorsuch will restore conservative majority within the court and will replace Justice Antonin Scalia. Gorsuch and Scalia have similar originalist approaches to the law, and like Scalia, Gorsuch is also a talented writer. President Trump believes Americans will see Gorsuch as a man who is faithful to the Constitution. Egypt's president announced a 3-month state of emergency after 2 deadly church bombings yesterday. The attack killed at least 44 people and wounded many more. ISIS has taken responsibility for the attacks and claimed they were aimed at religious minorities on Palm Sunday, one of the most important days on the Christian calendar. And Joe and Anna Dylan Roof pleaded guilty to all state charges today for the South Carolina church killings.
Thanks, Abby. And still ahead on OU Nightly, OU seniors can practically taste graduation, but first, Senior Month.
Plus, a new way to get around campus.
Welcome back. Well, there is only 1 month left until graduation, and the Class of 2017 Council has designated April Senior Month. Each week, different events will be taking place this month. This Wednesday is Night at the Caf, where seniors get to eat dinner at couch restaurants for free.
First 200 people to tweet at us a throwback picture from their freshman year get to the Caf for free. We're here to celebrate seniors and to recognize the accomplishment it is to be a senior at OU.
For more information on the events happening this month, go to ou.edu/class of 2017.
And today kicks off Green Week at the University of Oklahoma, and we sent OU Nightly's Macy B. Healer out to pet some pigs and find out what Green Week is all about.
Green Week at OU started with a bang, reeling people in with cute animals. The pigs weren't just there to pet, though. Jenny Hayes at Oliver and Friends brought her pigs to promote veganism.
We're here for the Green Week for Meet Your Meat, just to kind of put a face and a name with the meat products.
Green Week aims to promote sustainability.
It's educating the OU community as well as the Norman community just about how you can change your personal habits to become a more sustainable person.
Planning for Green Week starts about 6 months before the first event takes place. Events like Healthy Hygienics and Minimalism try to teach people how to be more self-reliant and make less of an impact on the environment.
I really just want them to learn because I feel like through education, that's how we can actually make change.
Hayes hopes to educate people about the impact of animal agriculture through her rescue pigs.
I feel like this would be a success if even one person, considered a diet change or even eating less meat.
From pigs to yoga to smoothies, there are plenty of opportunities for students to learn how to be more environmentally friendly. Macy B. Healer, OU Nightly.
You can find this week's events on the event tab at ou.edu.
And if you need a quick way to cruise around campus, the OU Bike Share program is officially up and running. With hubs all over campus and students' first hour being free, sophomore Elizabeth Ennis says it's a great way to get around campus and Norman.
It's only $5 an hour after your first free hour. So it's something that I can definitely see using to bike around campus for exercise or biking to and from Campus Corner, being able to rent the bike for more than just one ride at a time. I can definitely see people using it for more than just getting to and from places on campus.
To get right to cruising, all you have to do is download the Social Bicycles app, make an account, and then input your number in the bike.
Well, still ahead on OU Nightly, Oklahoma men's gymnastics is one step closer to a second straight national title.
And it is a beautiful day in Norman, but Grant Tosterud is next with details on some shaky weather in southeast Oklahoma.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. I'm Grant Tosterud. Well, here's a beautiful look over Campus Corner right now. It really turned out to be a beautiful day out there. A little bit cooler than yesterday today and a little bit breezier, but still can't complain with this weather. Let's take a look at these current temperatures right now here in Norman. 73 is what we're sitting at right now. Winds are northerly around 15 miles per hour, gusting to almost 20. Oh, that's not on the right there, but it's gusting to almost 20 here. Very dry out there though, 35. We're going to see a return of these dew points later this week. Now, this is what we're watching. A line of storms here in southeastern Oklahoma. They've been developing throughout the day. One of them has turned severe down by Idabel, and even a severe thunderstorm watch has been issued down those. So let's take a closer look in at those. A few heavier showers moving in through Idabel right now, in through Broken Bow, but most of those heaviest showers are remaining south into Texas and moving off into Arkansas. So let's take a look at what this storm system is going to do tonight. Here's the center of low pressure right here, and then the cold front that is forming along, or many of these showers are forming along. And as we move through the overnight, that's all going to shift east, and clear skies are going to take over for your night tonight and into early tomorrow morning. And then as we head out throughout the day, a possible cloud here or there, but remaining mostly sunny throughout the day. Wednesday comes along, a few clouds move in from the south for your day on Wednesday. And then even in the panhandle, a few rain showers start to form as that dry line will spark a few showers out in western Oklahoma. And that will begin to move eastward for Wednesday, giving us a slight chance of showers for Wednesday during the day. And then the best chance for showers and thunderstorms on Thursday. Tonight, though, a really mild and cool, or mild night tonight, 65 by 8, only getting into the mid 50s by midnight tonight. So very mild through the overnight, but our low for tomorrow, 46 is what we'll dip down to, 50 down in Ardmore, really warm down in Idabel, 58 is what they're going to get to, and that's thanks to cloud cover and rain showers there through the overnight as well. Now tomorrow, 47 as you head out the door, so grab that light jacket. Might need it by noon, 61, but sun will be out, 70 by 5 p.m. Across the state tomorrow, most places seeing temperatures in the 70s, 72 here in Norman, and that's about average for this time of year. But look at this 7-day. Chance for showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday, gradually getting warmer through Saturday, hitting 80 for your weekend. Then a cold front will come through on Sunday, dropping temperatures. But Wednesday, guys, those winds switch to become southerly, so expect a return of humidity and high dew points. So humidity is going to stick with us for the end of next week and into the middle of next week.
All right, great. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave the top off my Jeep and not worry about putting it back on for now.
Sounds like a good idea.
Thank you, Grant. Well, straight ahead on OU Nightly, did Russell Westbrook just cement his place in NBA history?
Plus, the best of the best from the annual Red and White Spring Game.
Welcome to OU Nightly Sports. I'm Stephen Mudd. The OU football team almost wrapped up their spring ball this weekend with their annual spring game, and it didn't disappoint. Baker Mayfield did his thing as normal, but it was sophomore standout Kyler Murray who stole the show. Murray completed 9 of 13 passes for 144 yards, including a 70-yard bomb to Jeffrey Mead. Mayfield did slip up a bit, throwing an interception to sophomore cornerback Parnell Motley, and it would be the white team that edged out the red team 14-13.
I mean, just practice, playing football, just on a little bigger stage. So, I mean, like I said, just practice. Nothing really to think about to me, extra at least.
Do you feel like you had a good day then?
Yeah, I feel like I had a pretty good day. A couple miscommunication between me and Baker, but nothing that can't be fixed.
The OU women's softball team was in Austin this past weekend as they picked up a 3-game sweep against the Texas Longhorns. Sophomore Shay Knighton had another stellar game, batting 2 for 2 along with 2 walks. Juniors Kelsey Arnold and Nicole Penley joined Knighton with 2 hits of their own as the Sooners take down the Longhorns 6-0. The OU baseball team lost 2 of 3 games this weekend against Texas as well. The Sooners struggled with errors and on the mound, giving up a combined 18 runs in the first 2 games. In the third game, however, the Sooners got the win 2-1. The OU men's gymnastics team inched 1 step closer to a second straight title on Saturday. OU sealed its 6th straight conference title by beating Air Force, Cal, and Stanford. 3 Sooners clinched all conference honors. Yul Moldauer took first in floor, rings, and parallel bars. Freshman Matt Winsk won the vault, and sophomore Levi Anderson claimed the high bar title. And all 3 of them will be on Sooner Sports Pad tonight. Also, watch for a feature on the men's tennis team, and of course, this week's viral videos. Watch live tonight at 7:30 on Fox Sports Oklahoma. If you're like me and never watch anything else other than this channel, we'll have a replay of the show tomorrow after the news at 5 p.m. The Oklahoma City Thunder were in Denver last night as Russ was seeking his record-breaking 42nd triple-double, but he got much more. It was a wild finish. The game went back and forth with multiple lead changes, but it would be all Russell Westbrook late in the game as he got his record-breaking triple-double, as he finished with 50 points, 16 boards, and 10 assists. But that wasn't it. With 2 seconds left on the clock, Russ catches from 36 feet out and shot buckets, hits the game winner as Thunder win 106-105. That game winner was great and all, but Russ got his 42nd triple-double on the season. His 10th assist came on a pass to Samaj Christensen for a corner 3 to break the all-time triple-double record set by Oscar Robinson 55 years ago. Westbrook was nothing but thankful for the opportunity to make history.
Very, very blessed. I think, like I told you on the court, I give all the thanks to the man above. He's blessed me with unbelievable talent to go out and compete at a high level.
And at virtually the same time that Russ was breaking the triple-double record and hitting his miraculous 3, an amazing Masters tournament was coming to a close. Sergio Garcia and Justin Rose started the final round tied and went to 18, still tied at the top. After Rose missed his birdie putt, Garcia had this one to win it, but it wouldn't turn left for him. The sudden death playoff started on 18, and this time Garcia's birdie putt was pure. The Spaniard wins his long-awaited first major. And Tim Tebow continues to turn heads in his new role as a minor league baseball player. Tebow homered for the 2nd time in 3 games yesterday with the New York Mets Class A affiliate, the Columbia Fireflies. Tebow ended the series going 3 of 13 with 5 RBIs. You know, guys, fun fact, actually last night I hit a home run too in my IM softball game. Over the fence. It was a bomb.
Hey, thank you. Great job representing OU Nightly.
As soon as I hit it, I said, "That one's for you, Dean Ed Kelly."
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stephen. We'll still come on OU Nightly. Do you want to do this one?
Sure.
Okay.
Cultures collide in Norman.
I'm Nicole Nielsen at the Update Desk. 4 Oklahoma law enforcement officers who died in the line of duty next month will be memorialized in Washington, D.C. They're part of a group of nearly 400 names that will be engraved on the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial. And for Norman residents, starting Tuesday, Boyd Street between Chautauqua Avenue and Elm Avenue will be reduced to 1 lane both ways. The change is due to the annual sewer project and should be complete by the 21st. That's all I have. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Nicole. The Lloyd Noble Center was the scene for the 47th Eve of Nations. OU Nightly's Zach Brown has the colorful details.
Many nations, 5 continents, 1 world stage. Eve of Nations allows student organizations on campus to give us a taste of culture in their country.
Eve of Nations basically brings people of different cultures and different backgrounds, different perspectives, and bring them on a stage where everyone can watch it in a form of entertainment that everyone can understand.
The event was more than just an opportunity to dance around and have fun. For some, being able to represent their own country on a big stage meant a feeling of acceptance.
For me, this is the essence of the United States, like being here, because the U.S. is all about diversity and inclusion, and especially now, more than ever, it's really necessary for all cultures to be able to unite, and I feel like that's what this event represents, and being a part of it is me belonging to the United States.
The event offered the audience a great form of entertainment, but there were much bigger messages to be had.
It's just for everyone to understand that there's so many different backgrounds in the U.S., but we all come together to form one big nation, and we should embrace these cultural differences rather than try to tear them apart.
It's more about the culture, for people to know that there are different countries at OU and there are different cultures as well, and just showing diversity that every like the world exactly is only in one stage.
Eve of Nations is meant to promote diversity and acceptance amongst other cultures, especially in a world that needs it today. Zach Brown, OU Nightly.
Wow, how wonderful was that?
Especially with everything going on right now, to have an event like that on OU's campus, it is truly a good thing.
Right. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for watching OU Nightly, brought to you by the Gaylord College at the University of Oklahoma.
Be sure to tune back in tomorrow live at 4:30.
Have a great evening.
Good night.